Begin by standing at the top of your mat, arms at the sides, nice and strong, legs active. Inhale. As you exhale, sit back into yogi's chair, Utkatasana, and try and get your chest as close down to your thighs as you can. Drop the arms and bring the hands into prayer. And we're going to take this left elbow and place it on the right thigh, pressing down with that top arm and revolving through that torso. Now, I want you just to look down and see if your knees are in line. If that left knee is jutting forward, it means that you're rotating through the hips, which I don't want you to do. I want you to rotate purely through the upper body. So imagine you rotating from the navel up through that spine. Bring that navel back towards the spine. Look after the back. Breathe. Strong core. Inhale as you come through center, and then exhaling as we hook now that right elbow over the left thigh. Again, just checking those knees are in line. Pressing down with that top arm to help you with that revolving motion. Breathe. Strong core. Inhale. As you come back to center, drop the hands. Exhale as you straighten the legs, head hanging low. Inhale as you flatten that spine. Exhale as you step or jump back into plank. And now from here, you're going to come onto your hands and knees. So drop the knees, release the toes, and come back. So you're going to have to move that hand back, that hand's length. Shoulders rolled back, back flat. So just check your position and your alignment before you come into this pose. Engage the toes. Activate that transverse abdominis. Activate that core. Make sure that you're nice and strong going into this pose. Inhale. Exhale, lift those knees up off the ground. So you're basically hovering here in a tabletop position. Four. Breathe. 4, 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, release. Breathe. Again, inhale. Exhale. Four, 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Relax. Remember at any time, open up those knees, sit back into child's pose, ground the forehead, bring the arms to the side, recover. And then when you're ready, arms up, coming back up, engaging those toes, shoulders rolled back, inhale, exhale, knees up off the ground. Again, 4, 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, release. Walk those hands, one hand's length forward, push up and back into downward facing dog. Breathe. Gaze up between the hands and then stepping or jumping the feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, flattening that spine. Exhale, fold, squeeze the glutes. Inhale to standing. Exhaling. In prayer. Inhale, arms up above the head, gaze up between the hands. Exhale, forward fold. Release. Inhale, flatten that spine. Exhale, step or jump back into plank. And come down onto the forearms. So strong through the core, engaging the glutes. You're going to do a step out. So keeping the body as still as possible. All you're moving is the leg. So stepping the right leg out and back, left leg and back, Try not to raise that pelvis or those hips up. And then come down to the floor, release the toes, hands to the sides, the shoulders, inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, rolling back into downward facing dog, gaze up between the hands, and then you're going to walk or jump the feet forward to come down, so coming down onto your back, and for this you will need a block. So bring your legs up off the ground, and as I've mentioned before, really engage that transverse abdominis. Draw that navel down towards the spine. Feel almost that slight rotation that you have in the pelvis. It's a very tiny movement. Pressing that lower back almost down into the ground and activating the core. And then bringing your shoulder blades up off the mat and bring this block behind your legs and just press your forearms against it. And now you're going to perform a type of bicycle. So extend the left leg, inhaling as you extend, exhaling as you bring it back. Inhaling, extending the right, exhaling, bringing it back. Really stabilizing through the core, looking after that back. Gazing at the block. Last one. Bring that head back down to the mat. And the feet down to the mat as well. And then rolling over onto your stomach. So we're just going to stretch out the front of the body. It's quite a nice stretch for the flexors as well, but at the same time activating the back. So pillow your hands one on top of the other, rest the forehead on top of the back of your hand, and bring this left leg up off the ground, bend the right leg, and just support that leg with the right foot. So feel this lovely stretch along the front of the body. At the same time, I want you to activate that abdomen, that core, so that you're looking after the lower back. Breathe. So this is a half locust pose. Inhale, exhale, lower with care down to the mat, and take a few breaths here. Recover. And then inhale, bring that right leg up and support with the left foot. Same thing, engage that core, look after the lower back, enjoy that stretch along the front of the body, and breathe. Inhale, and as you exhale, lower with care back down to the mat, and just rest here for a few breaths. Inhaling And exhaling, feeling that lower back rise and fall as you breathe deep into the belly. And then bringing the hands beside the shoulders. So scooch up a little bit. Engage the toes, roll the shoulders back. Strong body, tight. Look after the back. Pressing up and back into downward facing dog. Remember, you do not have to do this transition. You can just merely roll back over onto the back. Gaze up between the hands and walking or jumping forward and coming into a seated position. I'm just going to spin around. From a seated position, come back onto your back on your mat and bring your feet in towards each other so that the palms, the soles of the feet are together and you're in this nice reclined butterfly position. Okay, engaging this transverse abdominis. So feel again as you do that, that lower back presses down into the ground and that pelvis rotates just ever so slightly. Arms between the legs, and you're just going to crunch, very small movement, just bringing the shoulder blades up off the ground. Inhaling, exhaling as you come up. So exhale, inhale. And relax back, release. Breathe for a few moments. And then bring the knees up. Bring your feet up off the mat. And your knees up to the side. So this is almost a hybrid of happy baby pose, where we took our hands to the outside of the feet and drew those knees down beneath, towards the armpits rather. And frog pose, which we did on the floor to open up the hips. So flex the feet and let these knees come down just as far as they can and opening up those legs. And again, just bring the hands between the legs or the arms between the legs. And you're going to crunch, small movement, once again, up off the mat, just the shoulder blades. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you come back down. Stabilizing through that core, belly button back towards the spine, pressing that lower back into the mat. So this is a frog crunch. And relax back. Drop the arms and then the feet. Your options, if this is the end of your workout, extend the legs, come into your twist shavasana. Alternatively, just clasp behind your thigh to give you a little bit more support and leverage as you roll up to sitting, crossing the legs, coming forward onto the hands, stepping or jumping back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Release, inhale, upper dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze up, step or jump the feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, Flatten that spine. Exhale, fold. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale to standing. Exhaling in prayer. So from this position at the top of the mat now, you can come into another sequence. Or, as I mentioned with the other core sequences, repeat this again twice or 3 times and create a circuit for yourself with these movements. It's up to you. It's your practice. Create your classes as you see fit, and just enjoy.